The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in. Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
I'm Matt Kibbe, the current student body president here at Adrian College. I chose AC because the campus simply feels like home. Everywhere I go, I know the amenities are there to help me succeed and get to the next level in my career. If you want to see what Adrian College has to offer, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College has dozens of athletics programs, and winning is a staple on our campus. We have the culture of winning in and out of the classroom. This is a place where young men and women grow into professionals for life. Are you interested in learning more about the Bulldog experience? Visit adrianbulldogs.com and the Recruit Me tab to be recruited to play your sport of choice today. If you have what it takes, you could be a Bulldog in no time.
Adrian College Television would like to give a big thank you to our sponsor, Carlton Lodge of Adrian. Carlton Lodge is sponsoring all ACTV broadcasts during the 2021 to 2022 school year. Located at 1629 West Maumee in Adrian, Carlton Lodge offers comfortable rooms and suites at affordable rates. There's also a heated indoor and outdoor pool, along with a 24-hour fitness center. Thank you for the continued support toward Adrian College Television.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College has once again been recognized for its commitment to engaged, experiential education by Colleges of Distinction, a one-of-a-kind guide for college-bound students. While higher education has changed over the past 20 years, Colleges of Distinction's selection process has stayed consistent in accepting only those that adhere to the 4 distinctions: engaged students, great teaching, vibrant community, and successful outcomes. Overlaid in the last few years have been a look into high-impact practices. They believe most critical to the student experience were the kinds of engaging experience that are found at Adrian College. To learn more, please visit adrian.edu.
Tuesday, April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Docking, back in August I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause. For those of us on this stage, today is one of the most exciting days of the year. We love to see the wonder and anticipation in the eyes of our new students as all of you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define the years ahead.
Good afternoon, hockey fans. A full weekend of hockey at Arrington Ice Arena continues today as the Adrian women's D1 hockey team will finish their stretch of 3 games in 4 days against Midland University. Calvin Keys here with you on Adrian College TV. Joined alongside me is Alex Herman for what is the second meeting this week between these two hockey clubs. Alex, you were on the call Thursday when these teams met. Can you tell us a little bit about that previous matchup?
Absolutely. It was an Adrian College Bulldog win in the end. The score wound up at a 4-1 final. Things were pretty slow to start off the first period. Only 6 shots from Midland and then 5 shots for Adrian. Obviously, Midland finding the back of the net from Riley Martin. Second period, Bulldogs were able to even things up off the stick of Tess McGrow, and then it was full gas, scoring 3 unanswered goals in the third period from Ashlyn Stitt, Haley Wiltshire, and Cece Warner. So we'll see what the Bulldogs can do here today, piggybacking off a huge win last night over Concordia Ann Arbor.
And as we get set for puck drop here, just want to remind you, me and Alex doing double duty here today. We're both commentating while I'm directing the stream and he is running camera, so please have a bit of graciousness with us. We're trying to do the best we can with a bit of a limited staff, but excited to be here with you for Bulldog hockey as Shaw will dump it in, giving the first action of the night to Kayla Bailey, who will turn it aside with the left pad. Comes down below the goal line. Chasing after it here is Sydney Richards. Richards is pressured, knocked away by Wiltshire down low. Still battled for in the corner. It's sent over across for Devana Ditto. Midland will get it out to neutral ice. Picked up by Cece Werner, second-team All-American last season for Adrian. Looks like that could have been icing on that play, but it's negated. Grothman will lay a bit of a hit there on Wiltshire. Midland Warriors looking to work the puck out of their own end. First minute of play here at Arrington Ice Arena. Adrian versus Midland. Jex down on the ice. Caught underneath her feet. She'll pick it up now.
Be interesting to see how these two teams adjust, especially considering their slow start in the first game. Got to see if they adjust the systems at all to make anything different.
You wonder if possibly that first game was kind of the feeling out process, and now they're familiar with each other. Trying to work it out front there was Ashlyn Stitt. Just missed the net with a backhand chance. Midland back up the other way. Carrying it forward here is Halverson. Now Bell. Picked up below the Bulldog goal line there by Kenna Goodwin. Warriors able to keep it in. Kirsten Horney, one of the Bulldog captains, will feed it to the wall. Robinson will work it out, poked forward for Peach. Peach moving up the left wing, waiting for help. Drops it off for Miranda. Long shot didn't get through the padding. Rebound chance here is knocked down by Keegan Shearer. Fed to the far wall, knocked back in by Fuchuk. Bulldogs will have to tag up. Contesting for it near the Midland bench. Squirts out here for Nellie Wood. Banked along the boards. Midland will get the puck in deep.
A similar start here between both teams. We mentioned it a couple minutes ago. Obviously, in that first game we saw on Thursday, both teams really feeling each other out. Nothing too much has been sent on net quite just as yet. We'll see if that pattern will continue or if something will change in the next few moments.
Indiana Tech coming off a split series on Friday and Saturday with Indiana Tech took the first game 3-2 in a shootout, then fell last night 2-0. Speeding in to pick up this puck is Erica McDonald. Sent it towards the net front where it's sticked aside by Bailey. Bulldogs will regroup in the neutral zone. Steered in by McDonald. Along the kick plate, it's Rakowski. Turned over. Wiltshire with it. Feeds back to the point. Pass to Shaw. Was whiffed on slightly, but she'll keep it inside the blue for Adrian. Bulldogs possessing in the offensive zone here early with 16:40 left to go in the first period. Shaw, good job to hold the offensive zone for Adrian. Loses the puck off of her stick. Hayhurst the other way and batted back down deep into Midland zone by Werner, who will head off for a change now. Race for this one. Good play with the stick by Goodwin. Knocked it away from Rakowski, who will finally get it out. Wired down here by Kayla Flanagan. Icing is waved off curiously. Horney will go down to get it.
Looked like the goaltender Judith Schneider potentially played that puck just as it was crossing over the goal line. So I think that's why the officials decided to wave that one off.
Obviously trying to find the balance between being careful the puck doesn't sneak netwards and trying to allow the icing to stand, as Judith Schneider will cover this one up. Went off the skate of her defenseman. We'll get our first whistle of this game with 15:42 left to play in the first. As you mentioned, Alex, it was a close game on Thursday when these two sides play each other. Should have another good one in the cards this afternoon at Arrington Ice Arena. Draw one back by the Bulldogs. Miranda banks it over to her D partner, Katie McNair. Up through the middle of the ice, it's Ashlyn Stitt. Feeding it to the side to Jex, who finds Stitt out in front. They score! Ashlyn Stitt, a nice give-and-go play with Jex, gives the Bulldogs the 1-0 lead.
Ashlyn Stitt on the berry here, a noted freshman for this squad who's made a real impact for this team thus far in their first couple of opening games. She's been on the score sheet quite a lot.
Face-off is tied up here. Stitt moving through. Acquired by the Warriors, Riley Martin. Midland will go back again, looking to put together a cohesive breakout. Banked along the wall, poked out by Maggie Marcotte. Ashlyn Stitt getting the first goal of this hockey game. Now a chance for Robinson. May have deflected over the crossbar. Warriors the other way. Kept in by the stick of Wood. Peach hounding the puck. Wood with it now. Being angled to the wall by Martin. Sent around the half wall. Cece Werner back down low. Looking out front here for the stick of Fuchuk. Couldn't quite handle it. Warriors will clear it out.
What a chance for Fuchuk that would have been if she could have gotten a stick on that inside the slot, looking for that one-timer. Obviously wouldn't go there. We'll see if they try that same play at some point.
Shaw loses the puck to Taylor Bell. Shaw blocks the shot off her right skate. That one coming from Grothman. Midland looking to send it out front. Shaw will steer it to the far boards. Good play by Fuchuk to clear out. Fresh legs will head on the ice for the Bulldogs. Tipped in here by Bell. Racing after it is Halverson. Turned it over to Adrian. Keegan Shearer couldn't quite keep it into the Bulldog zone. Now Midland will send it forward yet again, and this will be icing. 1-0 the score thanks to Ashlyn Stitt. Gets on the board early for Adrian College. Stood out to me on that play was the passing that she had with Gabby Jex. Dumped it off to her line mate and then drove the net hard. Made a nice move from backhand to forehand to beat Kayla Bailey.
Perfect execution, perfect communication, exactly what you want to see from the Adrian coaching staff. Just about 7 minutes here into the first period.
Kenna Goodwin's shot deflected out of play by the Midland netminder, Kayla Bailey. Adrian coming into this game 4-0 in ACHA play. Midland is 6-2. Horny stepping up to deliver a slap shot. Rebound in front. It's loose and knocked aside to the wall here by Taylor Bell. Good defensive play as Bailey had some trouble fighting that shot off.
Good on Bailey, though, to keep the puck out in front of her. She coughed up the rebound just for a second, but she went to go dive for it, and I believe that's ultimately what helped clear that puck out of the way.
Horny racing to try and keep it in. Instead, it's poked out by Kayla Flanagan. Puck sliding back to the stick of Tess McCarrow. Loses it momentarily in her skates. It's turned over to Flanagan. Tried to send it out front. Good effort by McCarrow to break up the chance after her turnover. McCarrow racing after it. Wins it here. 2-on-1 if the Bulldogs hurry. McCarrow trying to feed it across. Good stick there by Sydney Richards to break up the odd man rush.
What a chance that would have been to get that helper to go up 2-0 if they could have converted on that 2-on-1. Obviously, Bulldogs putting on a lot of great offensive zone pressure so far. They're only out shooting them by 4 shots, but it sits at 5-1 at the moment.
Poked free by Richards. Sent out in front dangerously. Could not be controlled there by Callie McGuire. Contested for on the near boards. Near the Adrian blue line. McGuire staying with the puck. She's knocked over. That was Eagleson with the hard contact. Sent out to neutral ice. Warriors knock it back in. They'll tag up and head back in on the forecheck. Back out to the neutral zone where it's turned over. Picking it up is Tyler Turnbull. Turnbull working in. Has her stick lifted by Grothman. Turnbull tugged down. Pass too far behind Peterson. Follow-up chance from Shaw with the first-time shot. Midland will clear it down. A race for this one. Good hustle play by Riley Martin to get there first. Warner colliding with her. Martin showing off the wheels to negate the icing. Shaw flipped out. Picked up here by Shearer, who will bank it forwards. Werner working it back out. Robinson flips this one. Picked up again by Shearer. Turns away from pressure. Passed across onto the stick of Gross-Didier. Gross-Didier from a hard angle. Good defensive stick by Shaw to steer it wide. And now a rush up ice for Adrian. It's Peach. Macy Peach. Poke checked away by a Warrior stick. Peach trying to kick it soccer style. Wins that board battle. Back to the point for Goodwin. Trying to bank it back along for Peach. Instead, picking it up is Taylor Bell for the Warriors. Horny stepping up. She'll carry it into the offensive zone. Looking out front for Peach. Deflected off the defenseman, and Kayla Bailey will cover up.
Good hold there by Kayla Bailey. A whistle that the Midland Warriors definitely need right now. Looked like they were just a little bit out of breath as we start to reach the halfway point here in the first period.
Bulldogs have the Warriors on their heels here, out shooting them 6-1 at the moment.
Notice the consistency over the last couple of games for this Bulldogs squad. Obviously, the rule is a little bit different for men's hockey versus women's hockey, but the Bulldogs players never shy of laying the body, as we see a nice hit there from Miranda. down low on the half wall.
Miranda standing up Barker, as you mentioned. Body checking not allowed, but body contact still encouraged here in women's hockey, as Wiltshire will send it into the bench to flex off the stick of Matthews McCulley. 10:13 left in the first period. Bulldogs up 1-0. Ashlyn Stitt getting on the board, assisted by Gabby Jex, if you're just joining us. Bulldogs continuing to keep up the pressure. It's fed across for Shaw. Tries a shot that went off the right shoulder of Bailey. Warriors get it out to the neutral zone. Werner will wire it back in. Skating after it is Paige Henderson. She's angled to the boards by McCarrow. Fighting for the puck here on the near wall. Slapped across by Flanagan. Pass is too far ahead of Rakowski. So it's wired back in by the Bulldogs. They'll get a change. Midland with time and space to work with. It's Henderson. Trying to move it forward. Squirts out for Turnbull. Finds the stick of Eagleson. Trying to cut into the middle. Has it knocked away.
Nifty attempt on the move by Eagleson. Trying to show off her moves here in the game. We've seen her try a couple of other attempts in some of the other contests that we've had the pleasure to call. Hopefully she can convert on one at some point in this contest.
McGuire racing after it. She's stymied by Goodwin. Deflects off the state of Horny and in behind. Puck comes off the window. Horny battling hard to try and pry the puck away from the Warriors. Sent forward by Eagleson, but not out. Moving forward is Shearer. Decides to give the puck a ride around the boards. Handling it is McGuire. Sent out front. Judah Schneider will cover off the chance from Taylor Bell. Schneider doing a good job of sealing up that post off Midland's first real quality chance of the hockey game.
Schneider playing strong in her first two starts of the game, obviously winning both of them. Looks to continue her quest here. A solid goaltender from Peisenberg, Germany.
Doug Free here for Savannah Maxson. Trying to work it out. Puck returns back to the stick of McNair. Rims it around the boards. Held in by Midland. And that puck will deflect out of play. Referee will pick up a new biscuit out of the penalty box. And another face-off here on the near side of the Adrian zone. Jex wins it back. McNair backhand forward for Robinson. Couldn't pick out the tape of Gabby Jex. Jex and Stitt, the dynamic duo that combined for the only goal of this hockey game so far. Banked in deep by Maggie Marcotte. McNair battling with Gros Didier. Jex up the wall. This one is kept in by Taylor Bell. Banked onward for Jex. Trying to stay with the play. She's rubbed out on the boards. Circling forwards is Grothman. Poked on by Kaczmarski. Nellie Wood trying to thread the needle. Instead turned back over to Kaczmarski, who cuts and fires into the Adrian College logo on Judith Schneider's sweater as she holds on for the whistle.
Fast chest from Judith Schneider with an easy hold, textbook technique, making sure she kept that within her grasp.
Puck will slide across the Bulldog zone. Werner looking for Wood on the boards. Bell doing a good job to hold the blue line again for Midland. Here's Shaw, the defenseman, moving up ice with pace. Dropped off. Shot coming from Peesh. Deflected high behind the goal. Trying to tuck it out front is Nellie Wood. Covered by Bailey, who sprawls out to make the stop.
Good stop from Bailey. Obviously on the other end, Calvin, we talk about it a lot with our goaltending positioning. Good textbook RVH position on that left side post. Interesting to note, Kayla Bailey, also a full right-handed goaltender with the blocker in the left instead of the glove, And obviously on the other side, you have the glove on the right side.
Dangerous tip in front from McDonald on the attempt from Goodwin. Bulldogs testing the Midland defense as Bailey got a piece of that shot coming from McCarroll. Hayhurst tries to play it along the boards. Held in by McCarroll. Looks cross ice for McDonald. That's over the glove hand of Bailey and wide.
That shot was just a couple inches lower. I want to say that was going to catch iron and hopefully find the back of the net.
Flanagan pickpocketed here by Horny. McDonald will look across for Wiltshire. I agree with you, Alex. That was a great shot. Looked like McDonald was wide open there, a gap in the defensive coverage of Midland.
Seems to me that the Bulldogs are doing a really good job of establishing their zone presence, setting up their systems. Their cycles have been really solid, obviously carrying off of their win last night. Coming into this game, you must be feeling pretty good if you're a Bulldog.
Yep, Adrian's confidence at an all-time high after the big 6-2 victory against Concordia yesterday evening. Now Eagleson makes a move under the stick of the defenseman, tries to drop it back out in front for McNair. Good vision, but it's cut off by McGuire. Midland desperately looking to get the puck out. Sent on to the tape of McGuire, who will speed ahead. Callie McGuire fires a shot that's over the crossbar. Bulldogs trying to jackknife it out. McGuire cutting back again onto the stick of Mass. Couldn't get the shot through. Grothman, a long shot that's tipped forward by McGuire, right up in the grill of Schneider.
That was a heavy shot from up top. Took a weird tip too. Thankfully didn't go. We still stay at a 1-0 score for Adrian.
Back here again for McGuire. Good move to the backhand to beat Miranda. McGuire blockered aside by Schneider. Good stop by the Adrian goaltender. Losing her edge there was Miranda. Midland will dump it back in. Takes a bounce off the end boards. Off the dump in from Riley Martin, and Schneider will cover up for the whistle. 4:50 left to go in the first period. Bulldogs up 1-0 on home ice at Arrington Ice Arena.
Seems like the Bulldogs have made some of the adjustments that we referred to towards the start of the first period. Obviously, they didn't have the game start the way they wanted to this past Thursday, but it's been all forced them so far with about 4 minutes left to go here in the first period.
Knocked forward for Robinson. Taylor Robinson has her stick tied up. Warriors looking to clear. Hit forward by Matthews, McCulley, and Marcotte with open ice. Zooms forward and gloved safely by Schneider. Schneider's been good so far. Positionally sound and has kept the puck in front of her on every occasion. Makes another save. That's her fourth tonight.
Be interesting to hear the story on the scouting report on the acquisition of Schneider. Obviously, playing hockey in the United States, you don't see a lot of foreigners, and coming a long way is Schneider.
Especially in the ACHA, right?
Absolutely.
Mainly American-Canadian players.
Making the trip all the way from Peisenberg, Germany. That's a long way to go. So I'd like to hear how that was introduced.
I think it just speaks to the acclaim that this Adrian program has. As Peach was working in, sliding out to snatch it up was Bailey.
You have such deep rosters. Obviously, the Bulldogs squad at all levels here at Adrian College, so well coached. Got a lot of talent all over the place and really great skilled teams.
McDonald wins the draw. McNair putting a jab in at it. Bounces over to the stick of Tess McCarroll. Returns it to the point, and Miranda, a high shot. I think that hit McDonald in front. Still puck laying down in the slot. Warriors lift it out, and just wide of the goal. Miranda touches up, icing the call against Midland. Ice has looked pretty tilted here so far in the first period.
Great start here for the Adrian College Bulldogs. Coaching staff have to be happy with the way things are going right now.
McDonald will oppose Hayhurst on the draw. Erica McDonald, one of the two players wearing the C for Adrian, along with Kirsten Horney. McCarroll picks it up at the red line, trying to lead Wiltshire. Instead, it's grabbed by Hayhurst, puck a little bit behind her. Macaro trying to seal off the wall. Bounces over for Flanagan. Cleared out to neutral ice. Carrying it back in is Peterson. She's pushed to the wall. Still staying with it is Peterson. 1v3 there on the end boards. Holding her own. Eagleson will head in to help out. Stalemate here behind the crease of Kayla Bailey. Now the puck will come loose. Out in front, a chance, and a good shot coming in there from Tyler Turnbull. An even better save by Bailey as the puck is lofted out.
Extending the left side pad on
Turned
that.
over, and a chance in front, backhand. Schneider getting just enough of it. Rebound, just shaving off the blocker. Couple of good opportunities for Allie Rakowski off a defensive breakdown for the Bulldogs.
Rakowski getting a point in the first game. She had the assist on the first and only goal from Riley Martin.
With the puck now is Sydney Richards. Banked on for Tosh. Weaving into the Adrian zone is Tosh. Looking to send it out front with the backhand, puck bouncing around. Taking a whack at it was McGuire, who's had some of Midland's best chances early on in the first. We're in the final 2 minutes of play here at Arrington. Women's ACHA Division I hockey. Sent across by Richards, but deflects out. Otto backtracking for it. Werner goes D-to-D for Shaw. A long pass that instead came for Otto. Robinson fumbles at it. Jex working hard to try and win it back. Carrying forward is Tosh. Finds a stick of McGuire, working in, deflected downwards. Right pad save Schneider. Warrior player knocked over in a heap. Good move by Robinson at her own blue line. Speeding wide. To the far side is Robinson trying to cut the pass back. Whacks it down low. Henderson picking it up. Moves D-to-D for Matthews McCauley. Here's Gross Didier. Loses it after the stick check came in from Wiltshire. Sent to the far boards. Picked up by Macaro. Found McDonald in the slot. Couldn't control it. Sent out now by Marcotte. Race after it. Midland will have to tag up, but that hit the skate of Gross Didier, and we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone with 40 seconds left in the first period.
Both goaltenders flashing some leather late in this first frame, kicking out a couple pucks to keep this a close hockey game.
Dancing in here is Flanagan. Moving wide. Chance deflected over the net of Schneider. Dropped back down low for Rakowski. Now picking it up is Rhea Peterson. Peterson banks it to herself. She's got Eagleson on the back door if she can find her. A brilliant play. Sliding in was Keegan Shearer with 15 seconds left on the clock. Couple of players tangled up down low.
There's that physicality we were talking about.
You can say that again. Grothman circles behind her own cage, being hampered by Eagleson as the final whistle will sound for this first period. Bulldogs with a 1-goal edge. What did you like from both teams in that first frame of play, Alex?
I thought the Bulldogs did a really good job early of establishing the offensive zone. They were able to set up their systems well, obviously finding the back of the net. We saw Ashlyn Stitt. I want to say she's on a couple-game point streak here between assists and goals. So they're doing a good job for sure. Obviously, Kayla Bailey keeping the game close for her Midland squad, stopping 7 of the last 8 shots that were sent her way in the first 20.
Well, Stitt from Jex on the give and go is the difference. 1-0 for Adrian College. Calvin Keys with Alex Herman here on Adrian College TV will return for second period action in about 15 minutes.
As you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define your college years, you stand today, students, on the threshold of one of the most magical times in your life.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, got out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Docking, back in August, I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause. For those of us on this stage, today is one of the most exciting days of the year. We love to see the wonder and anticipation in the eyes of our new students, as all of you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define the years ahead.
Welcome back to Arrington Ice Arena, gearing up for the start of the second period. Bulldogs carry a 1-0 lead going into the second, thanks to Ashlyn Stitt. Scored the only goal of this game, assisted by Gabby Jex. Calvin Keys, Alex Herman here with you on Adrian College TV as the Bulldogs take on Midland and ACHA Women's D1 Hockey. Alex, your thoughts on the first period?
Well, I thought it was a really good start for this Bulldog squad. Obviously, they only had 8 shots, finding the back of the net once. You highlighted it before. Ashlyn Stitt getting the tally up on the score clock, coming from Gabby Jex. That is a powerhouse line that we've seen for this Bulldog squad so far, just a couple of games into this 2022-2023 season.
Yeah, it seems like every time Stitt and Jex are on the ice with Taylor Robinson, something always happens. They're always stirring something up, whether it's the physical play or attempts on goal. That's the line that's been getting it done the most for Adrian College.
You see that line as well start the second period out as the Bulldogs will look to get possession.
They'll start in Adrian's end. It's turned over. Snapping a pass across is Stitt. Could not be held onto by Robinson, who will turn back ahead and lift this one into the Warriors zone. Back to pick it up is Sydney Richards. Robinson cutting off that D-to-D pass. Stitt angled to the wall by Ditto. Falling to the ice in a heap here is Gross Didier after a big collision. Shaw the long shot. That's turned aside by Bailey. Shaw really able to put some mustard behind those slap shots from the point, Alex.
It was Gabby Jex once more on the physical play. We noted it in the first period. One of the women on this Bulldog squad that we see laying the body quite a lot.
Wood trying to work by Ditto, who kicks it aside. Still Nellie Wood and Ditto battling for it. Goodwin will keep it in. Now tipped out by Halverson. Racing back to pick it up for Adrian is Kirsten Horney. Looks to work it up the near wall. Midland providing pressure, giving Adrian a tough time down low. Wood will circle this puck around to the other side in Fuchuk. Sent onwards. First time pass across by Pisha. Carrying the puck for Midland is Keegan Shearer, who will turn ahead. Goes for a skate. Gains the red line and plays it in deep, where it'll be handled by Judith Schneider. 6 saves for Schneider in the first period. 8 for Kayla Bailey, Midland's goaltender. Miranda fed over for McNair. Back over for Tess McCarrow, sending it across the slot. Bumped forward, too far behind Haley Wiltshire. A couple of sloppy passes for Adrian, and it's batted back into their zone by Matthews McCulley. Sent out in front to the backhand. Sealing it off is Schneider. A great scoring opportunity for Allie Rakowski as Kayla Flanagan slid it in front.
Puck bouncing a lot here just 2 minutes into the second period. Teams kind of looking like they're trying to find their bearing here as we continue on with play.
It's always interesting. It seems like early in the period, it's tough to get adapted to sometimes the wet ice, and then late in the period, when the ice becomes worn, it tends to bounce a little bit more as well.
Get that choppiness as you progress in a game. Ice is a little smoother when you start, but depending on who's driving the Zamboni and how much water they use, could make the conditions a little bit difficult to play with.
Bodies banging around, down low in the Bulldog zone. A strong start for Midland, hemming Adrian in. Bulldogs will look to put together a breakout now as it's backhanded forward by Wiltshire. Too far ahead of McCarrow, and Bailey waits to cover up.
A little bit of hesitation there from Kayla Bailey. There's a slow roller coming over the blue line. Decided to stay on the goal line. She was able to cover up. Always scary. Obviously, as a goaltender, when you see those long shots come in, you never know which way they're going to go.
Being a goaltender yourself, would you have slid out to try and pick that one up?
I think if it was me on that play, I may have elected to try and play it. It looked like there might have been enough time to try and break that puck out from the own zone.
Speaking of breakouts, McGuire looking forwards for Mass. Has it knocked away from her by Allison Shaw. Shaw, a big presence in the back end for Adrian. Squirts out now for Tosh. Tipped out into the padding of Richards, who sends it back in. Warriors will have to tag up. Knocked back in by McGuire as soon as it left the Bulldog zone. Pass for Eagleson. A nice move for Kira Eagleson, who dances in, fires a shot that's wide to Bailey's left. Warriors looking to bank it out. Instead, it's kept in by Goodwin. Richards down low for it. Finds Eagleson. Toe drag move. Sends it in front. That's steered aside by Mass. One-time drive from Goodwin, perhaps looking for a tip. Goes wide. Back for this one is Goodwin. Rims it around the wall. Jex colliding hard with Shearer on that play. Shearer falling to the ice. Puck is still held along that far wall. Shearer trying to knock it forward while she's on the ground. Comes back for Jex. Tugging away, and a penalty will come up to Gabby Jex here as she gets tangled up with one of the Warriors players. That was quite the battle there on the far boards. And in the end, Jex getting a piece of Jenna Gross-Didier, and she'll head to the penalty box.
It was Shearer just a couple moments ago. She got tied up on the boards. There was a little bit of a dog pile there. Couldn't find her feet. She was being pushed around quite a lot. Midland will go on the power play here. 2 minutes. Gabby Jex going to the box. A huge opportunity for the Warriors to try and even things up here in the second period.
Absolutely, Alex. Midland with a good start to this second period. Now they'll have a chance to even the score on the power play. Adrian will send it down to start. Acquiring the puck down low is Shearer. Helped to draw that penalty. Passed forward now for Flanagan. Flanagan trying to drive wide around Werner. She'll circle. Cycled it for McGuire. Looking to work it out front as McGuire feeds it across. That shot is blocked well by McCarrow.
Good job from McCarrow to put the body in harm's way, laying it down there to make sure that the puck didn't reach the net.
Shearer getting a piece of that clearing attempt from Shaw to keep it in the zone. Bit of a disjointed power play right now for Midland. McGuire batted over for Rakowski. Sends it up top. Shot coming in from Kaczmarski. Deflects into the corner and finally sent out to the neutral zone. Midland looks across, gets a change, able to straddle the blue line. Flanagan fires a shot. That's fought off by Schneider. Another chance sent out in front. Deflected away, and maybe a chance here for McCarrow. McCarrow, can she break away? Midland defense will catch up to her. Paddled aside by Bailey. You wonder if McCarrow, after an extensive time on the penalty kill, was sort of out of gas there on the breakaway chance.
It was a smart play, too. She recognized the fact that she wasn't going to make it on the breakaway attempt, so she at least got a shot off, which is exactly what you want as a coach, never wasting an attempt.
Hayhurst, the captain, passes over for Martin. Riley Martin on the near side, leaves it for Hayhurst again, passing it down low. That was Kaczmarski looking out front for Martin. Instead, it slides all the way back into Midland's end. Gabby Jex awaiting her return into the hockey game. Puck is too far away from Halverson. Bulldogs back at full strength. Jex back on the ice. Tried to pick up the puck, bounced over her stick. Bell has it knocked away by Peterson. Turnbull colliding hard with Henderson. Played forward by McNair. Turnbull will play the puck down below the goal line. Peterson bumped to the boards by Shearer. Return to the point. Puck was skipping, went by McNair. Now a race for it. Getting there first nearly was Mass. Good play with the stick by McNair to negate the opportunity.
Mass turning on the Jets there. Ultimately not able to find her way onto the puck first to gain possession, but would have been interesting to see what would have happened if she was able to reach it.
Maxine Mass was coming on with speed there. Puck is trapped along the boards again here. 5-player pile-up down low. Coming away with the biscuit here is Turnbull.
Nice stick handling move from Tyler Turnbull.
Moving up the far side. Turnbull stopping up, drops it off for Eagleson. That's gloved well by Bailey. I love the awareness from Turnbull, the patience there to let her teammates join her on the rush and then drop it off for Eagleson so she could have the scoring chance.
All of these lines connecting so well. Seems like they've meshed quite nicely so far in the early parts of the season.
You can see the chemistry building already for Adrian. I think part of that is the tough matchups they had early on in the year and exhibition games against top prep teams like Culver Academy and Gilmore Academy. Lost both of those games with their tight fought affairs. Brought the best out of this Adrian team and makes it easier when you face some lower level ACHA opponents. Warner kept it in, but only momentarily. Rakowski's pass will ramp up in the air. Knocked forward again by Jex. Picks it up again. Jex into the near corner. Retrieving it is Richards. Robinson trying to cut it off. It's played forward again on for Kayla Flanagan. 2-on-2 here. Flanagan, a nice move there to beat Horny. She tries the shot. Wasn't far away.
Good stick save there from Judith Schneider. An even better stick handling move. Like she was in a phone box with some silky mitts. And it was a hard shot as well.
Mass playing it down low. Jex tried to backhand it over for Horny, but it's intercepted. Tosh keeping it in. Now Jex looking across for McCarroll, a race for it. Shearer will get there first. Whistle blows. Looked like that one went into the bench. 11:04 left in this second period. Ashlyn Stitt's first period goal is still the difference in this hockey game as Adrian hosts Midland.
Seems to me, Calvin, a lot of the contest so far is starting to even itself out. We see a closer score in the shot clock. Adrian only up by 2. 12-10 is the total. Midland has put on some good pressure here in the second period as they try and quest further to try and even the game up.
I agree with you, Alex. I really like the response. I think Jason White made some adjustments for Midland in the dressing room. They've come out a better team because of it.
And it is interesting to note this is a solid squad. Coming into the weekend, Midland was 5-0 on their record, so they were undefeated. Obviously, their first loss coming Thursday night to the Bulldogs. And they had one split with Indiana Tech just a few nights ago as well.
Indiana Tech, another top team in the ACHA. Wiltshire heading back for it. Sends it in deep. Henderson will pick it up for the Warriors. Could not be controlled by Mass. Bulldogs looking to cut to the middle. It's turned over to Pisha. Fuchuk tried the shot. Deflected aside by the stick of McGuire. Another long chance from Warner that sailed wide. Now it's just able to be cleared out by Mass. Turning back forward is Allison Shaw, shielding the puck. Moves in along the near wall. Gets the zone entry. Still carrying it on. Had options out front. Went off the skate of Henderson on the centering attempt. Now perhaps a bit of a rush for Midland. Looking for the pass forward was Gross-Didier. Picked off by the Bulldogs. Again, the puck is in the grasp of Henderson.
Seen it a couple times on that last offensive zone rush.
Out front for Shaw. Fires a shot by the glove of Bailey, but wide to the left side.
I was going to say the Bulldogs looking to try and get that one-time tap in. Setting a piece in front quite frequently, just under the hash marks.
Warner turned it over to Marcotte. Turnbull knocking it forward for Peterson. Sends it off the netting. We'll get a whistle with 9:14 left in the second period, halfway through the hockey game. And this game shaping up similar to how the first meeting went on Thursday. Very close affair.
Obviously, the last time these two teams met earlier last week, it was the opposite result. Midland came into the second period up by a goal, and then it was ultimately the Bulldogs who tied it going into the third. But this time in this affair, it's going to be the Bulldogs up by 1 as they look to hold on to their lead.
Eagleson tripped up there. Goodwin using the boards to move it forward. Martin digs it free. Pass couldn't be controlled by Kaczmarski. Wired in by Peterson. Goes off for a change. Richards chasing it into the far corner. Rims it around the wall, just past the stick of Turnbull. She'll cycle it for Ashlyn Stitt, has the only goal in this afternoon's hockey game. Adrian Bulldogs versus Midland Warriors, making the long 11-hour trip from Fremont, Nebraska, as McNair fires a shot. No rebound from Kayla Bailey. Tracked that one all the way.
That was a hefty blast coming on the slap shot up top. Katie McNair winding up and letting it go.
That it was. McNair getting her weight behind the slapper. Grothman played across. Miranda, a high shot directly up into the netting. Not something you see too often.
Just a couple inches shy off the target there.
Love to see your defenseman trying those shots from the blue line. Imagine Carter Clark is just going to want Miranda to keep taking those shots. Maybe get over the puck a little bit more, but other than that, good attempts from the Bulldog blue liner.
Here's that number one line for the Bulldogs out again. It's Robinson, Jex, and Stitt. We'll see what they can do here.
They make it so difficult for opposing teams to break the puck out the way that they determinedly hound the puck almost every shift. Stitt out in the slot, fires a shot, couldn't get by Bell. Jex knocked over in front, comes back across from Miranda, walks in, fires, deflects off Jex, down into the padding of the goaltender Kayla Bailey, and pleasantries being exchanged in front of the Warriors' crease.
Love to see the physicality, the aggression, the passion between both of these teams. Always a good sign.
We got a penalty coming.
Looks like it's going to be against Midland.
Karenna Grothman heading to the box. Bulldogs will see their first power play of the night. What was the call on that one, Alex?
I think it's just going to be either an interference or a roughing call, but Gabby Jex also being sent to the box. Matching penalty, so we'll play 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes.
4-on-4 hockey. Ice will open up here for the next 2 minutes. That could be exactly what we need in this game with the way it's gone so far. Not a lot of chances for either side. Now some more open room to work with on the sheet.
Scary blind pass behind the goal crease. Almost was picked up by a Warrior player. Picked up
Along the half wall by McDonald, looks rink wide. That's picked off by Hakowski. Looking for Flanagan. Puck was bouncing again. I've seen both teams have trouble controlling it here in the second.
Hakowski had the lane, ultimately decided to pass that puck into the slot. Would have liked to see potentially a shot from her. She had plenty of space and plenty of time. But we progress on.
Puck bumped over for Horney. A long shot tipped off the blade of a Midland stick. Moving this one forward is Ditto. Rakowski going for a skate. Saucers one over and played in deep by Flanagan. Less than a minute remaining in 4-on-4 play. Jex and Grothman in the box. Moving in here is Riley Martin. She lost her edge. Horney back for it. Turning forward. Banks it off the wall. Getting a stick on it there was Maggie Marcotte. Kenna Goodwin gains the red and plays the puck down low. Bailey will stop it with the paddle for her defenseman Henderson. Paige Henderson with some room to work with. Henderson loses it in her skates, turns over, a shot, and that was over the crossbar from Eagleson. What an opportunity.
Prime real estate scoring opportunity in between the hash marks, right on top of the goal crease. Couldn't quite find the target.
Kira Eagleson with a bit too much elevation on the shot as Jackson Grothman returned to the ice. We're back at 5-on-5 hockey. Shearer along the near boards. Puck will squirt out here for Hayhurst. Pickpocketed by Peterson. Takes a shove from McGuire after she deemed that Peterson stole her stick. Werner working forwards, has it stolen by Tosh. Shearer shoots this one off the far wall. 5 minutes left in the second period. Bulldogs up 1-0. Ashlyn Stitz goal the difference. Allison Shaw, nice move through center. Shaw stays with it. Backhands it below the goal line. Dump and chase hockey has been the calling card of this Bulldog team so far in the game.
When they're able to pull it off the way that they want to and get their set pieces where they like to on the ice, it's quite effective as well.
That it is. That top line of Stitt, Jex, and Robinson out there. It's into the skate of Gabby Jex. Henderson looking to clear. Good play by Miranda to hold it in. She takes a bump from McGuire.
Stitt getting tangled back up towards the blue line behind the play as well.
McNair knocked in for Jex, who's angled to the wall. Puck still sitting behind the Warrior goal as it's sent out dangerously. Stitt trying to win it. She gets tangled up with Maxine Mass again. Bodies fall into the ice. McGuire fell to the ground there as it's centered for Gabby Jex in front. Knocks over a Midland player, and that'll draw a crowd. Jex shoved over Tosh in front. The net front battle boils over. We'll see if any penalties come out of this. I didn't see who that was that fed it out front to Jex, but it was a great pass.
That it was. And then after the whistle, Gabby Jex giving it back to a Midland player. Couldn't quite get the nameplate on that one, too. Obviously a little frustrated there, asking what she wanted herself to do to the referee and as well to the opposing player. So tense is starting to flare here.
Midland's captain, Cameron Hayhurst, native of Hickman, Nebraska, having a conversation with the referee. Thought that should have been a penalty against Jackson. I think she has a case. Gabby Jackson with the shove after the whistle. Already has a penalty tonight. Emerged without one that time.
I don't disagree with the plea either. Obviously a physical player. At some point you got to make sure that you hold it down and don't let things boil over.
Pass onwards for Rakowski. Fires a shot. Deflects off Horney into the corner. Now Hayhurst. Wraparound attempt is cut off by Goodwin. Goodwin and Hayhurst still tangled up. The temperature in this game is rising by the second. 4 players along the end boards, and the refs will wisely make the decision to halt play before anything boils over.
Seen a couple of those tie-ups earlier in the second and a lot in the first. Players unfortunately not able to kick a puck free. Officials making the smart call there.
3:21 left in the second. Shots 14-10 in Adrian's favor. Puck bounces off the referee. Rakowski sends it across, but no one there in a Navy sweater. Gloving it down is Ditto to keep it in. Rakowski out in front. That nicked off the glove of Schneider.
Scoring attempt all started with the glove play in front by Ditto up top at the blue line. Put on the hops there, going absolutely vertical to keep that in.
Macaro will clear it out. Another good save by Schneider. Wasn't able to hold on, but got just enough with the catching mitt. Wiltshire goes off her skate. Now forwards for Pisha. Macy Pisha loses it. Now Martin. Riley Martin speeding in, tried to go top shelf. It's over the crossbar.
It's a frozen rope on that snapshot. Looking to catch iron there.
Maxon looking to clear. Keeping it in is Marcotte. This one ramps out of play. We get a whistle with 2:13 left. Frozen rope. That's a new one. I have not heard that before.
You never heard that one before, Calvin?
No.
You know, it's like it's more like a baseball term. You get a nice swing, guy hits a home run.
Interesting. Must be an East Coast thing.
Probably something like that. Something in the water over there.
Calvin Keys live here with Alex Herman, goaltender for the ACHA Men's Division II hockey team here at Adrian. The pride of New Rochelle, New York. Honored to be on the call with him today. Kira Eagleson driving wide. Looking to center, nearly found Rhea Peterson. Goodwin keeps it in, another slap shot, and Bailey sliding across to make the stop.
Eagleson, one of those players that you got to look out for if you're a Midland Warrior. She's got some speed in her skates, She was putting it on there, and a good centering feed over. A follow-up save by Kayla Bailey. She's played strong thus far in the contest.
Another face-off in the Midland end. Warriors coached by Jason White in his 6th season behind the bench in Fremont. Carter Clark in his 1st year with the Adrian Bulldogs team. Made a deep run to the national championships last year. Centered out in front here. Wasn't able to find Robinson, excuse me. Rakowski knocked it aside. Midland trying to clear it out. Looked like a body check from Taylor Robinson there. Able to toe the line. Emerge without the call. Level to Warrior. Aggression building here behind the Midland goal line as it's picked up by Stitt trying to turn and fire.
Skill play there. Had no angle, but had the self-awareness to throw it on.
Rakowski collides with Horney. They'll battle for it here. Pushing and shoving being exchanged. Goodwin. D to D for Horney. Onto the stick of Robinson. Banked forward inside the final minute of play. Apologies for the difference on the score clock. Very difficult to do play-by-play and direct at the same time. Alex is doing color while running the camera. So a 2-man crew here, both of us working double duty due to limited staff. Thanks for your patience, as right now there's 35 seconds left on the board.
We do it all here, Calvin. We make sure that everything's covered the way that it should be, holding that high standard for ACTV.
Matthews McCulley playing it in. CeCe Werner with 20 seconds left on the clock. McCarrow trying to center. Poked free to Allison Shaw. Shaw will lift this one out. Final 10 seconds of play. Picked up by Sydney Richards here. 5 seconds. Takes a couple of hacks there from Haley Wiltshire. And that will do it for the second period of play. Score is the same as we saw at the end of the first. Ashlyn Stitt's goal still the difference here, as it is Adrian College hosting Midland University. Thoughts after 2, Alex? What would you like to see either team improve on the other side of this break?
It goes to show, I wonder how much these past few couple of days for the Midland University Warriors are starting to affect them as we start to get to the end of the near part of regulation here in the contest. Obviously making a long 16-hour drive out from Nebraska, playing the Bulldogs Thursday night, traveling to Indiana for 2 days, and then a 4th game in a row here at Arrington Ice Arena. You wonder how much gas they have left in the tank.
Yep. 4 games in 4 days for Midland, as you mentioned. 3 games in 4 days for Adrian. So really just a war of attrition out there on the ice. Who has enough in the tank to keep going and find the edge? We'll find out in the third period. Adrian up 1-0 here on Adrian College TV. Back in 15 minutes for the third.
On Tuesday, April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office. As you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define your college years, You stand today, students, on the threshold of one of the most magical times in your life.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, got out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Docking, back in August, I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause. For those of us on this stage, today is one of the most exciting days of the year. We love to see the wonder and anticipation in the eyes of our new students, as all of you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define the years ahead.
Welcome back to Arrington Ice Arena. Bulldogs leading over the Warriors of Midland 1-0 at the moment. Puck drop for the third period is just moments away. Talk about the goaltenders, Alex. They've been really good tonight, keeping it to a low-scoring game.
Yeah, it's Judith Schneider for the Bulldogs squad. She stopped all 10 shots she's seen so far, and then the other way, the southpaw, number 50, Kayla Bailey, only letting in a goal, stopping 14 of 15 here in the contest. They've played extremely solid thus far after 40 minutes of play. The last time these two squads met was this past week on Thursday, and it was in the third period where things really started to pick up. Adrian went on a scoring tear, putting up 3 in the last 20 minutes of regulation. So we'll see if they can look to do something similar here today.
Absolutely. Can't wait to see how this one plays out here in the third. Puck drop and final 20 minutes are underway. Puck will slide backward immediately for Kayla Bailey. Shots right now 16-10 in favor of Adrian. They credited the Bulldogs with a shot on goal there. That might have just been a clean face-off win backwards.
Always good when your stats can go up by 1.
Sure, they'll take it as the Warriors take it around the boards. Gross Didier working it out. Perhaps a chance developing here for Marcotte. She plays it by Werner. Marcotte down low for it. Collides with Cece Werner. Second-team All-American last year. Warriors look to send it out front. They came out with a strong start in the second. Can Jason White's team begin the third with similar tenacity? 4 players gathered on the boards. Comes across now for Allison Shaw. Shaw flips this one down. Thought it may have taken a touch off Gross Didier, but the referee says it was clean down the ice, and icing is the call. Face-off will come back into the Bulldog zone.
Midland electing to take the draw on the left side in their O zone. Wonder if they have a play set up here.
Looks like it's the left-handed center Bell taking it, but she loses the draw at the hands of Macy Pichet. Pichet moving forwards, dishes it for Robinson, but that's sticked aside by Grothman, and now Kayla Bailey will cover up as it headed back towards the crease.
Good stop there, good hold as always. She's been strong, looking to continue her efforts in the blue paint.
You got the chance to talk to Bailey before this game started, and you said she was feeling a little nervous going into this one, but hasn't shown any of those nerves so far. She's been confident in the blue paint, allowing just that single goal to Stitt as she saves another one, pinning it to her chest. I believe that was a point shot coming from Horney.
She's definitely looked confident. Obviously that first goal that the Bulldogs were able to score coming from Stitt, not a lot she could do there, but all the other pucks that were sent her way, she's done a good job of keeping out of harm's way and keeping things close here in this game.
Have to agree with you as McCarroll working it out front. Puck will bounce behind the goal. Dangerous chance for the Bulldogs. Tess McCarroll looking for McDonald. Has it intercepted, and speeding the other way now is Grothman. Grothman plays it around the wall. Horney trying to bump it up for McCarroll. Richards getting in the way of it. Flanagan looking out front off the skate of Horney, who got in the lane. Knocked over now is Hayhurst. Jason White and their bench petitioning for a call, as that time it was Kaczmarski who laid a hard check on McDonald, who didn't look to be expecting it.
Looked like the official had gotten in the way too, almost defending himself, but I think he may have sent a hit there as well.
Sydney Richards on the near side finds the stick of Tosh. Tosh working in to the backhand, cuts back onto her forehand and wasn't able to get the shot off. Turnbull being pressured and hampered by Maxine Mass. Bulldogs will get it deep. Chasing after it. Drop pass for Kira Eagleson. Banked off the wall by Mass. Puck finds its way backwards for Katie McNair. Miranda tipping it forward for Peterson, who takes a hard shoulder. Puck will head down for icing with 17-19 left to go in the third period.
Some good pressure from the Bulldogs. Just about 3 minutes in. They're only up by a goal. So obviously at this point in the game, extremely crucial to try and find the back of the net for another tally. And then the opposite for the Midland Warriors.
Puck is kept in by Gross Didier. Clearing it out is Peterson. Ripped right back into the Bulldog zone by Paige Henderson. Play will continue along the end boards. McNair bumps it forward. Puck finds its way across here for Tyler Turnbull. Looked like Bulldogs may have been offsides. Eagleson heading in before Turnbull, but play continues. Puck slides onto the stick of Martin. Martin with it, falling to the ice. Got it out to the neutral zone. Adrian will tag up, and now Stitton on the forecheck, trying to steal it away from Henderson. Chipped forward by Gross Didier. Clock stops, I believe, for a high stick. What did you see over there, Alex? Wasn't quite able to make out what happened.
I was shifting my perspective just with the camera, so I wasn't able to catch it as well. Looks like might be a little bit of a equipment malfunction behind the play. Kayla Bailey swiping something towards the bench. Not sure what that is. Hopefully it's not part of the pad. She goes back to her goal crease. The offensive zone draw here for the Warriors.
One backwards by Jex as Werner knocked over in a heap by Kaczmarski.
Some hard hits so far in the third period. We talked about the physicality quite a lot. Seems like the Warriors starting to pick up on their side.
Heads down for an ice. Carter Clark making the petition. That should have been a penalty call against Kaczmarski. I think both teams have a case. There was looked like a check down in the corner from Adrian on a Midland player, and then Kaczmarski leveled an Adrian Bulldog. So I guess at the very least they're being consistent in the way that they're officiating the game, which is always good to see. But may continue to get a little bit more out of hand if checks like that are allowed moving forward. Down the stretch here in the third period. Calvin Keys joined by Alex Herman on Adrian College TV. Bulldogs versus Warriors in ACHA Women's D1 play. Allison Shaw. Pass was cut off by the intervention of Kayla Flanagan. This game on Thursday ended 4-1. Can Allison Shaw add to the scoreline? Moving in. Bumped into the wall by Shearer. Battled for, tripped up here is Kayla Shearer. Fell to the ice in a heap. Jex, a hard collision on Grothman, and I think that'll draw a penalty call. See what the decision from the official is.
Finally getting a call on one of these hits.
That's a body checking call. Not legal in women's hockey. Jex lowering the shoulder. So a power play for Midland. They'll get another chance with the extra skater. I believe they've just had one chance so far tonight and were unsuccessful. Played back to the point. Shearer knocked down by the glove of Horny. On the ice in some discomfort is Callie McGuire. Horny pressuring. Rakowski plays it back in. Around the wall. Shearer skittered just out of her reach, all the way down. Bulldogs ice it. Bailey will leave it there for her. Shearer, bank pass. It's too far behind McGuire. No icing on the play, curiously. McNair trying to find it. Midland hammering away in front. Angled into the boards is Pichet. Ditto. Rakowski can't find it. Pichet trying to clear a long shot from the point. Rebound chance off the end boards. That was Jenna Gross-Didier with the opportunity, and Judith Schneider made the save. Pretty sizable German goaltender that's able to get down into the butterfly, seal off the bottom of the net.
Good awareness from Schneider, too. That puck immediately kicking off the yellow part of the kick plate. Coming back in front, got the glove down just in time for the hold.
Played back to the point. Ditto. Slap shot off the midsection of Shaw. Back out for Ditto again. Opening up. Looking to play it down into the corner. Picked off by Shaw. Pinning it to the boards there was Hayhurst. Bulldogs not quite able to get it out as it's held in by Ditto yet again.
Look, for me up here, could have been an offsides call. The officials thought otherwise. Linesman not blowing it down.
It was certainly close. Down low for Tosh. Circles back around the boards, and Midland will clear it for Adrian with an errant pass. Ditto received some trouble from Peterson there. 20 seconds left in the penalty to Gabby Jex for body checking. Shaw playing across for Werner. Off the window, kicked forward, right towards Taylor Robinson. Robinson has her stick lifted by Shearer. Goodwin plays the puck as Adrian returns to full strength. Gabby Jex out of the box. She'll head to the bench. Robinson, pass forward for Nellie Wood. Finds the tape of Stitt. Adrian's top line without Gabby Jex, who just headed to the bench after coming out of the penalty box. Shot 17-11 in favor of Adrian College. Played back around the boards to Ali Rakowski. Fanned on the breakout pass, so it'll stay in the Midland zone. Stitt, backhanded for Wood. Nellie Wood looking to turn and fire. Good patience by Wood here. Drops off for Miranda. Tries a shot that's low towards the right pad of Bailey. She'll scoop it up for the whistle. 12:51 left in the hockey game. Adrian able to kill off the penalty against Gabby Jex, and we're back 5-on-5.
Some good dirty dangles up top towards the top of the face-off circle. Would have liked to see Wood try and walk in for the shot, but a good attempt from Miranda.
McCarrow had her stick tied up in front, thought it was going to fall perfectly to her. McNair is knocked over. Marcotte deals it for Gross Didier. Gross Didier trying to hold off McCarrow. Miranda pitching in to send this one to the neutral zone. Henderson colliding with Erica McDonald, and we'll see a penalty coming against Midland for interference. Paige Henderson, the junior out of Melville, Saskatchewan, will go to the box. Bulldogs with a key chance on the power play to try and extend their lead.
It would be absolute huge if the Bulldogs can find the back of the net on this 5-on-4 conversion. 12:25 left to go here at Arrington Ice Arena in the third period. Bulldogs looking for an extra tally.
Here's Horny, rink wide to no one in particular. Ditto trying to smack this one out. Ditto fighting for it in the corner. Comes out for Stitt. She's knocked over.
Another hard body check there, but we continue play.
Ditto along the half wall doing a good job of killing some penalty time. Pinning the biscuit there. Piche trying to send it out front. Pass didn't make its way to Horny. Now a attempt coming from Tyler Turnbull. Good keep in by McNair. Horny circling with $1:18 left in the power play. Knocked away into the corner by Ditto. Puck will slide across. Racing to get there is Katie McNair. Sends it around the boards. Piche with it. Looking rink wide, a great paddle stop by Bailey. Ramped it off her stick over the Bulldog player who was waiting back door.
There's that centering feed we've seen so many times. Adrian not able to convert on it. Almost there. Good stop by Bailey.
Good alertness by the goaltender. With no defenseman there to cut off the pass, she did it herself. Robinson back to acquire the puck. Finds McDonald looking rink wide. That's too far ahead of McCarrow. Knocked back the other way, all the way down by Grothman. 30 seconds left on the Adrian power play as Smith giving a tough time to Allison Shaw. They're tangled up. Swooping in to pick it up is McDonald, the captain with it. 17 seconds left in the penalty to the Warrior player. Wiltshire turning with some open space. Haley Wiltshire, a low shot. Rebound covered by Bailey, and Wiltshire will be ushered aside. 10:32 left in the third, just 7 seconds remaining in the penalty to Paige Henderson. Bulldogs have had good chances, but we remain with a 1-0 scoreline.
Sticks being gripped a little bit tighter here. We reach just about the halfway point in regulation. The huge opportunity on the power play here for the Bulldogs. An even more impressive kill now by the Warriors.
Taken down here is Hayhurst. Warriors return to full strength. Fuchuk waiting on the back door. Bailey wasn't going to let it slide over that direction. Scoops it up again. She's had a big workload tonight, but been up to the task. Surfing across the net there to glove it. Face-off dropped. One forward. Trying to break away here is Callie McGuire. Goes down in a heap. A hard contact. Peterson doesn't have a stick. She's going to go to the bench. Kenna Goodwin goes D to Horny. Hurdling the bench there was Peterson. Lost her twig. Tried to just hop over the boards as we get a stoppage. 1-0. Ashlyn Stitt scored early on in the first period. That's been the difference so far. In the previous meeting between these two hockey clubs on Thursday, it was 1-1 for a good duration of the game, and then the Bulldogs pulled away with 3 goals in the third. No goals yet in this third period, however. Midland University comes into this game with a 6-2 record. Bulldogs are 4-0 if you don't count their 2 exhibition games against prep schools early on in the year. So trying to keep their undefeated ACHA record preserved. McNair up the middle of the ice, right into the waiting arms of Grace Halverson. Halverson outnumbered 3-1 in the near corner. Dug out by McNair. Trying to find Turnbull. It's intercepted by Kaczmarski. Kaczmarski out in front, over the stick of Halverson. Bounces over the twig of Bell as well. Good feed from Halverson, couldn't connect. Banked forward by Piche. Bulldogs get a line change. Sent all the way down by Midland. Kaczmarski getting enough of it to negate any possible icing. Kaczmarski will turn. Nice move. Moving in. Deflected wide. Bell behind the net. Midland buzzing right now. Picking it up now is Wiltshire. Over the stick of McCarrow, who stays with the play. Giving a tough time to Sydney Richards. Back down. Bailey to leave it with her stick. Jex on the forecheck. Finds the puck. Angled off to the boards. Has her stick stolen from her by Bell. Arms up in the air. Making a case to the referee, and I think she has a pretty good one, but stick is stolen. Sometimes it's tough to call those because Jex could have been hooking the Midland player one way, and then it's a hold from the Warrior at the same time. So you either have to take them both or take neither one. That's what we saw in that instance. Flanagan. Pitchforked forward. Bell's going for a change. Doesn't see the puck. Should be too many men, you would think. No arm going up. That was an awkward scenario. Robinson passes it to Jex.
It's hard to get the number on that. Looked like a Midland player was diving over the board and then ultimately got hit over, head over heels.
Flanagan shoots. Left pad stop by Schneider. Turning is Hayhurst. Has a couple of whacks at it. Down low, centered in front for Midland. Shot from Shearer is blocked by Kirsten Horny.
Nice shot block there from Horny, captain of the squad, showing some resilience late in the game.
7:15 to go. Circles around the boards to Robinson. Here's Taylor Robinson. Fires in. Steered wayward by Kayla Bailey. Shots 22-12 in Adrian's favor. Good chances for both sides. Despite Midland only having 12 shots, they've had good opportunities. Schneider has had to be on top of her game on some occasions. Henderson trying to drive around Fuchuk. Cut off by McNair. Henderson banging away at it. A crowd of humanity there near the bench area. Banked across on leveled there as an Adrian player. Piche continues to walk in. That was Fuchuk that got decked. Marcotte coming away with it. Physicality ramping up here. Nearing the final 6 minutes of play. Marcotte, a long shot, was headed wide, but Schneider gloved it anyway.
Smart play from Schneider to hold on to that puck. A whistle likely definitely needed for the Bulldogs to try and calm the things down here. We stop play 16-13. Left to go in the third.
Adrian came into this game with a 6-2 win over Concordia last night. Has a chance here for McGuire, blocked aside by Shaw. Warriors are coming off of a 2-0 loss to Indiana Tech. Beat them in the first matchup 3-2 in a shootout. Richards looking for a way out. Ditto's pass, intercepted. Back to the point for Shaw. Finds its way to CeCe Werner. Here's Ditto, looking to clear it out. Cut off by Tess McCarrow. Banging away at it. Werner comes away with it. She's tripped up right in front of the official. Still down in a heap. Looked like a Midland stick brought her down to the ice. Sydney Richards tangled up with Eagleson, trying to work loose. Eagleson sends the puck to Mass. Maxine Mass battling for it along the siding. Midland still cannot get it out. Kenna Goodwin looking for the tape of her teammate. Instead it goes down low. Eagleson battling for it. Wiltshire working to get it back. Backhanded to the point, and Goodwin. Sustained time in the Midland zone for Adrian College. Finally batted out by McGuire. Looks like it went into the bench. We'll get a stoppage with 4:49 left to play in the third period.
I think that puck may have deflected off of the backside of the official who was standing right in front of the net. Excuse me, right in front of the bench, as that exited play.
Interesting scenario. Jex battling with Grothman along the boards. Grothman forwards, and that is knocked out of play by Kenna Goodwin, junior out of Quebec City. This one going down to the wire, Alex, here on a Sunday afternoon at Arrington Ice Arena. Adrian versus Midland. Again, if you're just joining us, Ashlyn Stitt with the only goal for the Bulldogs. Puck finds its way here to Kaczmarski. Relentless defense, not allowing many clean shots for the Warriors. Stitt tangled up with Kaczmarski, looking to thread a pass across for Robinson. Finds its way to Bell. Horney picks it up. Backhanded for Robinson, who kicks it forward. Found by Shearer here, given a rough ride along the boards. Bulldogs dump the puck in. Just a matter of killing time at this point, trying to hold on to the 1-goal lead. Rakowski, puck slides underneath her stick. Miranda, rink wide now, backhand forwards for McCarrow. Picked up here by Flanagan. Wires a shot, missed the net. Played forward for Flanagan again. Nifty move, leveled there is Rakowski. Poked forward by McCarrow, and maybe a 2-on-1 developing for Adrian. Tess McCarrow sliding it across. Couldn't quite be handled by Wiltshire, but she stays with the puck. Now McCarrow swooping in for it again. Across for Allison Shaw, wires a slap shot off the right shoulder of Kayla Bailey. Puck circles around the boards. Werner fanned on the passing attempt. Working hard to try and keep a hold of it as it's slid across now for Tyler Turnbull. Dropped for Shaw, a long shot. Blockered aside by the right-handed netminder Bailey, and now she'll cover the long attempt from the boards coming from CeCe Werner. Good chances for Adrian. 1-0 is how the score remains with 2:53 left in the third period. Calvin Keys alongside Alex Herman on Adrian College TV. This has been an excellent women's ACHA D1 game.
That it has. We've only seen a goal in the contest. We've said it many times. Obviously, Ashlyn Stitt finding the back of the net in the first period. Both teams really deadlocked here. It's just a battle of wits at this point. Adrian showing some good confidence, pushing along late in the period, trying to go up further.
Two of the top women's teams in the American Collegiate Hockey Association doing battle on the ice. Refs have really let them play here tonight.
Can't argue with that too much. Obviously, it keeps the pace of play flowing.
Absolutely. As long as they stick to how they've called the entire game throughout, which I believe they have. Jex picking it up down low in her own zone. Double teamed. Horney will grab it. Saucer pass evades the stick of Robinson, but Jex will carry forwards. Backhanded it into the bench, it appears. We'll have a neutral zone draw, 2:04. All that remains in this one.
I thought it stayed in off the kick plate there, but I think it might have hit a body in front of the bench.
Yeah, interesting. Sounded like the puck went off the boards as well. Maybe it went off the bench, a player on the bench, and back in. Face off at center ice. Rare to see that except for after a goal. Final 2 minutes now. Flanagan has it poke checked away. Bouncing backhand, comes across the crease. Net empty for Midland now. Kayla Bailey heading to the bench. 6 skaters on for Midland. Without a stick is Miranda, crouching down to block the shot. Richards in the neutral zone. Across for Ditto, pressured by Wiltshire. Hayhurst, stolen by Haley Wiltshire. Opts to play it down low instead of making an attempt on net. Sydney Richards picking it up. Batted back in here by Pichet. Ditto, forwards, finds its way to Shaw, a high shot that came off of Hayhurst. Moving it forward is Kaczmarski. Midland coming in the far wing, bounces in front of Chance, just wide there off the stick of Kaczmarski again.
Got to watch out for that 6th attacker. Obviously empty net here for the Warriors.
Turnbull snuck it just outside of the Bulldog blue line. Shearer back for it. Final minute of play from Arrington Ice Arena. Bulldogs with a precarious 1-goal lead. Net is empty for Midland right now as they battle for it in neutral ice. Allison Shaw back for it. Cutting off that bank attempt was Martin. Riley Martin in front. Back to the point. Grothman fires a shot off the glove of Schneider. Rebound. Got a piece of the follow-up attempt from Marcotte. Good chance for Midland. Final 30 seconds.
Schneider staying strong. This is what you need for the Bulldog goaltender.
Warner back out to center. Is that inside the skate?
That is
Keegan Shearer?
That is an oddity for sure. Inside the toque on the skate for Shearer. The puck somehow got lodged in there. You don't see that every day.
For those unfamiliar, on a hockey skate, there's the boot and then the blade on the bottom. That got stuck in between the gap between the blade and the boot of the skate. I've never seen that in person before, maybe in a handful of NHL games. 20 seconds left. Guess we'll just stay here as it looks like Midland called timeout. And you imagine this faceoff's going to be on the far side just outside the Adrian zone, right?
I believe so. That is where the puck, I thought, got freezed up off that play there. Obviously a little bit of a wacky bounce. Midland will have to do everything that they can to enter the zone quickly and try and to establish an offensive pressure.
So for Midland, they're going to need a clean face-off win with 20 seconds left on the clock. It's in neutral ice, so if Adrian wins it, it'll be difficult for them to get anything going on offense. Timeout has concluded. A crucial draw between Riley Martin and Gabby Jex. Jex, a big win off the draw. Banked forward into the neutral zone by Shaw, hit the official. Shearer batting it in. Midland forced to tag up. Shaw with the puck inside the final 10 seconds. Shearer will glove it down. Macaro stealing it. Martin, maybe one last shot on goal. Plays it down deep, and that should do it. Clock expires at Arrington Ice Arena. The Bulldogs stay undefeated in ACHA play, and the shutout for Judith Schneider.
Judith Schneider, take a bow. Your first ACHA shutout here at the hands, 1-0 over the Midland Warriors. What a great performance from her.
Bulldogs congratulating their netminder, and rightfully so. For Midland University, no reason to hang their head. Played an excellent hockey game, just unable to get on the board. Adrian takes it 1-0. Ashlyn Stitt's goal is the difference. Thank you for joining us on Adrian College TV. For Alex Herman, I'm Calvin Keys. Have a great rest of your Sunday afternoon.
On Tuesday, April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Docking, back in August I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause. For those of us on this stage, today is one of the most exciting days of the year. We love to see the wonder and anticipation in the eyes of our new students, as all of you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define the years ahead.